Today, I would describe the UAE real estate market not as being in a crisis, but rather as a market going through a phase of risk repricing. Against the backdrop of the March escalation around Iran, activity has indeed decreased. According to Reuters, citing Goldman Sachs, in the first 12 days of March, the volume of real estate transactions in the UAE dropped by 37% and 49% compared to the previous month. This is a noticeable cooling, and the market has now become much more cautious. But the main point is that the market hasn't stopped. Even under these new conditions, transactions are continuing. Just on March 16th, according to the Dubai Land Department, over 1,200 transactions took place in Dubai, totaling 3.8 billion dirhams. This means capital hasn't left the market, it has just become more selective. It is precisely in such periods that it becomes especially clear which projects are truly strong and which were held up merely by hype. For an investor, this is where the practical opportunity lies. So-called distressed deals have already appeared on the market, properties that owners are willing to sell at a discount. Reuters reports discounts of around 12 to 15% on select units, including those in iconic locations near the Burj Khalifa and on Palm Jumeirah. Therefore, today the strategy of simply buying anything in Dubai works less effectively, whereas the strategy of targeted entry into high-quality assets conversely becomes stronger. If we look broader than just Dubai, it is now logical to pay attention to other Emirates. In Abu Dhabi, the major developer Aldar closed 2025 with a record at the level of 71.7 billion dirhams, which indicates a strong demand base and market resilience. In Ras Al Khaimah, the construction of Wynn has already resumed after a brief pause, and this is an important signal that major investment stories in the country continue to develop even during a period of turbulence. Separately, it is important to emphasize the issue of security. The UAE Ministry of Foreign Affairs officially stated that the country is in a state of defense in response to the attacks, and the Central Bank of the UAE launched a package of measures in March to support the liquidity of the banking system. Reuters also notes that the country's banks continue to operate without signs of systemic stress and possess a significant liquidity buffer. This is an important signal for both residents and investors. The government is not taking a passive stance but is acting proactively. Therefore, my outlook today is calm and professional. The current escalation is a strong but temporary stress factor. Yes, the Dubai market has taken a pause for now. Buyers have become more cautious, but it is exactly during such periods that the best decisions are formed for those who look not at the noise but at the fundamentals. I am confident that after the stabilization of the geopolitical situation, Dubai will continue to grow. It's just that the next stage of this growth will no longer be based on emotions, but on a more mature and high-quality selection of assets. This is my conclusion based on the sustained transactional activity, the support for the financial system, and the continuation of major projects in the UAE.